Dear police officer, my mom is super pissed at us, so we have to move the car. And we tried to get a trip permit, but DMVs are closed, so hopefully this will do. Please do not arrest us unless we get to go to jail. We are very sorry. Signed, TLJ Garage at 7 p.m. Let's do it. Episode 7, you guys. So this is a big episode for us because we are actually taking this car on a big road trip right now. We have to take it across town over to my house because this car has been sitting in the garage for way too long. This is actually Tucker's mom's garage and she needs it for room for activities. We got to get this car out so she has space to do whatever. In order to do that, Tucker's going to have to put this stuff back together while I will be going online and getting a trip permit. So it's completely legal. We won't have any insurance. We won't have any fenders. We won't have any hood. We won't have any headlights. We basically don't even have coolant. So it's going to be sketchy. Other than that, just got to get a couple things ready and I think we're good.
I really wanted to say this. I know that Jay's not going to agree with me, but we really would like to give a big shout out to my mom for letting us use the shop. Obviously, I'm still going to keep using it, but Jay's getting his car out because we have to cut the frame from here forward off everything, and we might be putting a LS7. We don't know. We have already said too much, but we'll see. We're getting this car out today on the road. Mark our words and his words. And this car we will also be driving today. Don't mark my words.
And Sarah is officially no longer a sponsor.
So first order of business, this car obviously isn't going to run because it doesn't even have a fuse box and coolant or a couple other things. Looks like more, but it's less. So first order of business, we're getting coolant installed, fuse box installed, any electrical stuff, any wiring, anything that we need to get this thing on the road, we're just going to do it. Intake, obviously. And like Jay said, he thinks that there's no cops. I bet him $60 there's going to be cops. He said double it, I'll make it 100. And so we made a bet, $100 on the line, we'll see.
So what we just did is I topped it off with water. Tucker got the ECU hooked up. He got the dry sump oil system all bolted up because it was loose. And he also got all of the fuse box connected, which is a lot of connections you guys saw in our other videos. But from here on out, I think we're pretty much ready to go. We got everything buttoned down with the zip ties, all the loose wires, there's a lot of them. I think we're just ready to hop in the car, take the T-top off, enjoy the weather, and take it for a spin down the road. Hopefully we don't get pulled over by cops. Kind of hoping we do. It's a game time decision. I told my dad, he said he's got a trailer to tow the car, and I said, nonsense, we're just gonna drive it.
Jay would never admit this on camera, but at the end of the day, he's scared of jail. I'm like, dude, let's go, let's spend the night.
That's what I think about that. So like TLJ Garage, you guys know we like to try to do it by code, and that's what we did today. We went on the computers, we went to the DMV website, we started searching for trip permits because we wanted to do it legally by code. Turns out trip permits didn't want us to buy them. I typed in my VIN and it was not found. So either this car doesn't exist or the VIN dummies are just trying to take us down and sabotage us. Also, you guys are probably curious about my goatee, and that is just for this video.
Okay guys, so hopefully we're getting on the road. Jay just took apart his key fob. I'm not sure why, but he's trying to put it back together. He lost a piece, so hopefully it'll work. But just in case, because we don't have a trip permit, I wrote this up and Jay signed it. I didn't let him read it yet, so buddy, read it.
Dear police officer, my mom is super pissed at us, so we have to move the car. And we tried to get a trip permit, but DMVs are closed, so hopefully this will do. Please do not arrest us unless we get to go to jail. We are very sorry. Signed, TLJ Garage at 7 p.m. I think this will work. It's fine with me. I'm biting my lip and crossing my fingers. It's time to go. So we're gonna start it up, take it around the block twice, and then we're gonna cut the engine, check over everything, maybe top it off with some more water, and then at that point we're just gonna go balls deep onto the main road and avoid cops.
Go ahead. Are you in gear?
Anything? So you guys, we're running into the same issue his car has. It's not starting. The dash decided to quit out on us, so we got zero power to that. We realized that the fuses weren't completely plugged in, so we plugged them in. The dash is back, it's still not starting, so the only other way we can know of is to just reverse it, drop the clutch, and start it up the old-fashioned way. So let's do it. We don't even have seatbelts.
Drop it.
Okay. Tell me when. Dude, this is a one take.
Drop it.
The roll start definitely didn't work. All we heard was pistons moving, and I think we didn't have any spark because I had the clutch completely out in reverse, and it didn't even try to turn on. So it was just pistons going up and down, no spark. So we got some work to do right now. Tucker's grabbing his fuse box from his C7. We're gonna see if that will somehow make it run, and we're just gonna swap those out. So that's our next step. That's what we're doing. Come on, Squirt.
Dude, I'm so hyped that I taught that guy about the GT, the Ford GT.
Oh yeah, you did teach him.
He's like, oh, I didn't know that. Hold on. Scope.
Oh, this is working. We're genius. This is going up a hill, by the way. You can't really tell. But the easiest way to roll a car is actually from the wheels. It's a mechanical advantage, big time. And so that's what we're doing. Whoa. So we tried for like 6 hours last night and just could not get the cars going. So we decided to go to bed, do a podcast, and then come back first thing in the morning, and that's what we're doing. So we messed around a lot with the fuse box, and one of my main concerns is we could have damaged one of the fuses or the pins in there. And I potentially was thinking we might need a brand new fuse box, which would not be good. But it's a brand new day, and our brains are fresh on a good night's sleep. So I decided to check out a little more on the other side of the car where the wiring harness was cut. And I had all these wires stuffed down inside the frame rails just to tuck them away for the drive. And I pulled them out, and turns out I found one plug, which happened to be a very important plug, that was completely disconnected. And I hopped in the car, and it turned over right away. So this car will start, and we're just kind of buttoning things up, and then we're gonna take it on the road. But this is very promising because it shows us that one small plug on the wiring harness can keep the car from doing anything. And that's kind of what we're dealing with Tucker's car. So after we get my car relocated, we're gonna be coming back and jumping into his car, and hopefully we can get literally both of these cars on the road today. That's the plan. What do you think, buddy? Think we can do it?
We'll be driving today. Since we don't have license plates, we just said screw it, we'll make our own. We already showed you guys this paper, but I think it would look a lot better just on the back of the car. And then it saves us time from explaining to a police officer, because he'll probably know that we're in a rush. Pull us over, read this, get back in his car, and let us go on the road.
It's actually going pretty good, guys. Oil pressure is good. The coolant temperature is doing good. We're going 29 miles per hour on the main road. I got my for sale sign right here if you guys are interested. And the engine is completely out. Quick update, Jonah came to the rescue with a genius idea. We hit a couple bumps and the radiator started to fall off. It was almost scraping on the ground, so he decided he's gonna tie up a rope right here all the way up to the chair. And also another issue is we blew a coolant line because this fell down and started rubbing against the alternator pulley and it caused it to break through. It was spraying coolant all over us, but that's okay. We wore our goggles. I think we're ready though. We're like,
we're almost there.
Yeah, we're seriously almost there, like 5 more minutes. Let's burn some rubber. Well, I'd consider today a major success. So the plan was to take the car home last night, and that didn't work out for us, so we had to do it today, and that's what we did. But last night, I don't know if you guys know this, you guys might see it on the news, but I did actually get pulled over. And it was for my headlight being out on the BMW over here. And I thought that was a major sign. It was like God kind of telling us, maybe we shouldn't drive illegally the Corvette on the roads. Turns out it wasn't God, and we drove them on the roads, didn't get pulled over. We got the car home, it's safe and sound, and we're just going to be continuing this build series in a different garage while still doing his car probably here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is kind of closing out this episode, but in the upcoming episodes we're going to be working on his car and we'll be doing
Driving.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I want to say is you think it's a sign from God, but I've always told you this, you never agreed, but you're kind of like a bat out of hell.
Okay.
Which is like 2 different oceans colliding, and we
I'm okay
split
with
the
that.
oceans and then just drove it home like a sailboat. So but the only next step now is to pull the engine, pull the frame, cut it. This will be easy. And then just figure out the wiring on this, and then we should be good to go. Perfectly fine on the road.
Yeah.
Both cars doing whatever we want to do, just like what TLJ says.
Yeah. And this car is just so close, it's annoying almost because we feel like it's ready to be driven, but the car itself hasn't told us it's ready. So we just got to figure out the wiring issue, and then we'll be on the road.
I'm gonna miss you in my garage. Oh, I like your mustache.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. So handsome.
Wait, what were you saying though?
I miss your car that it's in my garage. It's not gonna be in my garage.
I know.
anymore.
I'm so sorry I had to take it out. I feel really bad.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
Darn it.
But yeah, we canceled you as a sponsor, so we don't need any more cash or anything. We're good.
Okay, well, hey, it's a blank checkbook whenever you need it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be hitting
Thanks,
you
Mom.
up. Hey, just like that, episode 8 is over. And just like I always say, cavemen make caves, and TLJ Garage makes cars. TLJ out.